Hey Teacups, Like a Lady Plays here, and today I just wanted to talk to you guys about something that happened over the weekend in Orlando, Florida, well, in Florida in general. Hurricane Irma came through. I was very lucky. I did not lose power. I live in an apartment building. We had some siding and some shingles down. My family, I have a lot of family here in Florida. My parents, my brother, my uncle, and my grandmothers and aunts and all that. Most of them did lose power. Slowly, they're getting their power back, and it's been a couple days. I believe Monday, Irma was already north, but it takes some time to get power back. Um, so we had my grandmother from Merritt Island over here because she lives on the island. She lives in a manufactured home place, and so we brought her here. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. The following little clips was from my Instagram story thing over the weekend, just to show you guys what we were experiencing, and then I'll come back to tell you more about Hurricane Irma. It is 8 something in the morning, and this is what we have so far in Orlando. Not too bad. I'll keep everyone posted as I can. See you later. Winds have picked up a reasonable amount. It's pretty windy. It's still kind of rainy. And it's coming. The wind's taking it over here. But so far so good. We'll see how this goes. The winds picked up. The rain's picked up. Here we go. So the wind has picked up a lot. And so is the rain. We're under a tornado warning. Maybe I shouldn't be standing here. And yeah, it's getting kind of crazy. Our power is flickering, but we haven't lost power just yet. Keep you updated. The eye of the storm is going to go straight over Orlando. What freaking joy. The winds are really heavy and rain's heavy, and it's just scary. So yeah, it got very scary about 2 a.m. The eye of the storm came over Orlando, and it was very windy. I thought for sure our siding and our window was going to blow in. I thought for sure we were going to lose power, but we didn't. Everything's cool here. Irma started out as a Category 5 south of Florida, came in Category 4, hit the Keys. She wobbled because a lot of time, like they were saying, she was going to go up the East Coast, so it was going to hit Palm Bay, where my parents are at, Merritt Island, the whole East Coast. Then she shifted, and they were like, okay, well, she's going to go straight up the middle of Florida. We're in Orlando. Orlando's practically in the middle anyway. And then she shifted again over to the West Coast. So now everyone's trying to evacuate Tampa and all that stuff. Well, then she moved again. And then she made her way right kind of through the middle. It was west, and then she made the north way through Orlando. The eye of the storm came through. Like I said, about 2 a.m. We didn't go to bed until probably 3. And when we did go to bed, it was very windy. The next day we got up. Of course, we were calling all our family. My in-laws, my father-in-law, they went up to Tennessee, so they were safe. They actually didn't lose power. My parents lost power. My brother lost power. My brother-in-law lost power, so they came over here. My grandmother is without power and water, and my aunts, I believe, didn't have power. My other grandmother, I think, didn't lose power. So yeah, it was a very hot mess. We surveyed the area. I was going to take some video of that. The siding of some of the buildings came down. A lot of shingles from the tops of the roofs. A couple of those baby trees, the decorative trees they look like, they were down. A lot of branches and stuff. I didn't see any car damage, like, branches on top of cars around here. On Monday, Orange County was under a 6 p.m. curfew. So we couldn't even leave we couldn't even leave our house. So after 6 p.m., my brother-in-law and stepfather-in-law, he came. They both came, and we had a full house here. And Tuesday, so yesterday, well, as I'm recording, it was yesterday, we took my grandmother home. Now, beforehand, my brother lives over in Cocoa, so he's able to go over there and check her house out before we can get there. So he checked out the house. She had some gutters that came down. Nothing hit her car. Nothing touched her house. She had like gutters come down. Her whole entire street was pretty much untouched. Branches here and there, maybe the gutters, some of those fake shutter things came down, but I mean, those are all easy to replace. Unfortunately, the next video that I'm going to show you is the other half of her development. She lives in a retirement community. They are all manufactured homes. It was very sad what we saw. As of right now, I believe everyone had evacuated. I don't have facts. Don't quote me on nothing. We believe everybody has been evacuated, but the following clip that you're going to see, it's about 40 seconds, is very sad. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys.
Done.
Oh, look at that. It's done.
I hope these people weren't in there.
And I'm hoping everybody was out of these now. Oh, this was totally done. So is that one.
You probably shouldn't go down that way.
Yeah, go that direction.
Oh. How long it's going to come before our community comes together?
Well, as long as the people are okay.
Yeah.
Houses can be
Right,
rebuilt.
yes.
So yeah, that was kind of hard to look at. We couldn't even go down some of the streets. Like, that was just a section of what we saw. There was a lot more. There was a whole cul-de-sac that pretty much didn't, like, hardly even made it. Roofs were gone. Carports were gone. Trees were down. That was just a small section of what we saw. And like I said, you heard John, Necro. He said that he's like, well, I don't think we can go down this way. So I made him go a different way because there was still trees in the road. There was debris from the houses still in the road. There was, construction workers or, those kind of guys. They were trying to clean up the road. We couldn't even, there was a whole nother street that we couldn't even go down. And I could only imagine what that would have looked like. Because, I mean, as you saw, there was one house that was completely gone. Like, you saw the inside of the house. So, I mean, it was very, very sad. So hopefully they have power soon. I haven't been able to talk to my grandmother yet, but they are helping. Everyone's coming home. That, can come home. And the, management of the development, they are providing ice, they are providing shelter, I believe, food, to everyone. So that's good. Good news on that front. Everyone's slowly getting power back. I know for my family, very minimum damage. So it was quite a crazy hurricane. Last time we had a crazy hurricane like that, for me it was Hurricane Charlie. That was back in, I think, 2004. And we got slammed with like 3 or 4 hurricanes. I missed like a whole month or 2 of school because, one right after the other. And I think Charlie was the scariest before this. A lot of people talk about Hurricane Andrew. Well, that was in 1992. I was only 2 years old, so I'm not going to remember Hurricane Andrew. But Charlie was the scariest one, and then got hit with everybody else. And then this one was another scary one, because I didn't know. It was a Category 5. This thing was bigger than Florida. It literally, when it came up, it covered the whole state of Florida. We were gone. Like, you couldn't even see us on, like, a map. And they were talking all these winds, and the wind gusts were, like, over 180 miles per hour, what have you, you know. And I'm scared because I live on the 3rd floor. I have no idea if I needed to move. We were preparing, we had backups to our backups for cooking methods. We had candles to cook with. John made like little sternos and stuff to cook on. We had all the canned foods. It was crazy. But I don't know if there was anything crazy, like, I don't want to say the word, but fatalities. I am unsure about that. But for the state of Florida, I am unsure. I guess you guys can find that out. Google it or something. But this was pretty scary. It was pretty stressful. It was pretty scary. Slowly things are going back to normal, like in the Orlando area and what have you. So I just wanted to update you guys on that, and keep praying for Florida and Texas. We're going to need all the help we can get to rebuild. But the way things sound, everybody listened to our governor, and, you know, if they needed to evacuate, they evacuated. We had a ton of power trucks coming through from different states. They're trying to get the power back on as fast as possible. We have crews coming in to try to clean up the roads. So props to those guys. Props to the first responders and the police officers. We love you. And thank you for helping us out. All the utility guys, thank you for coming out and helping us. I'm giving myself goosebumps because it's very crazy to have help from other states just to put the power back on and to clean up the streets and to help people rebuild. So I'm gonna stop here before I get upset and cry, and I don't want to do that. So, like I said, keep praying for us. And Texas is still cleaning up after their hurricane. So starting tomorrow, I will be back to playing Let's Plays, and I believe tomorrow's video is going to be Tales from the Borderlands. Alright, so with your pinkies up, hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time, keep it classy. See ya!